Paul Brendan Lyles, and this is Make and Do in my shop. So somehow I think because I lost battery power during the spray finish process, so that video isn't available, but I did clear off the tabletop and it is finished. I'd like to show it to you, give you a very brief tour just for closure. So here it is. I am very pleased the way it's turned out. It's now more than just a crate. It's kind of a piece of furniture that I can use to get things out of my way. I sprayed the clear gloss on it. See the dowel rods that are a nice contrast, bright to the dark of the walnut and a matching color. And here are the original trim pieces and the lines that they create all the way across. And I love these little pyramids. As we move across, you can see some of where the veneer sort of was sanded through. However, I don't know, for my part, it's kind of character. This is a rough tabletop, but still interesting and fun. It will keep the stuff that I sit on it from falling through. It meets all the way to the corner. It's a very nice, snug fit where I had given up that 1/16 of an inch gap of comfort zone for myself, but it just turned out about as good as I could hope for. So here it is with all the stuff on it, items that I use for setting up a smart booth with fabric and lighting for any sort of digital audition I might want to put in, or video I may want to create with simple background. I've got fabrics, extension cords, light filters with wax paper and lamps, and camera accessories. So it makes a good surface, it looks good, very presentable, it feels good to me, it feels comfortable, and I like the fact that nothing is likely to fall through down into the crate, and it's a very comfortable spot for our dog. Thanks so much for watching about this one, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. So occasionally when I come to work, I will get a little practice throwing coffee cups mainly, and also how to craft a handle for it from start to finish. A few tools, a little water canister. This is a pretty high quality machine and it is a blast to use. Now this morning I happened to come in early as I conducted a fire for some of my students' work, and I threw in one of my coffee cup that ended up being damaged the first time around in the bisque fire. So here's the kiln and let's do the unveiling. I'm kind of nervous. This kiln operates on a cone system. We've got a timer and the trigger mechanism here. And when the cone melts at the melting temperature proper, drops and automatic shut off. I love it. I keep it ventilated with just one peephole open, and occasionally I'll use the low setting on each heater dial with the top open and propped open to the highest setting, giving me about 2 inches of clearance for fumes and moisture to escape the pieces. Here goes. Alright, let's see how it turned out. And the piece that was damaged, I had to prop up and fire it upside down, and it is cool enough to the touch. So I had this little stand with these metal feet on it to make sure that glaze didn't stick to my finish on the cup. So here's what we have, this lovely blue and then the amber color. This is the second fire this cup had endured because of this damage you see here. And what I did to repair it is I put the same color of glaze on the inside and sandwiched it, and then put this on upside down to see if it would stick. And I'm not unhappy with the way it turned out at all. We'll put that guy up here for now. I think that's still a functional piece and I'll be happy to take it home. Yes. Then I wanted to show you this. The trigger mechanism is operated by this little guy. And so normally these are straight, and you can see when it reaches its melting point, it melts into this J-hook, releasing this trigger up and down. So when it drops, automatic shut off. So anyway, hopefully I'll show you what that looks like from start to finish, all the way from the throwing on the wheel to allowing it to dry, tooling the bottom, bisque fire, glazing, and then glaze fire. And it is a suspenseful and fun process. See you soon. Hi. Today we're going to see if we can get a coffee cup made. Planning on doing now is to get the form thrown, the design for the handle made and attached. And then we'll separate it, let it dry until tomorrow, and tool the bottom, and then let it dry. So let's begin. The first thing is to determine how much clay I'm going to need for the sake of making mistakes and having to remove. My goal is to make a cup about 5 to 6 inches tall, 3 to 4 inches in diameter at the very top. I never want to throw on the side where the clay is pushing through my hands, because my hands will catch and then tear. But here is a lot easier to control from the right side over. Some wheels are very cool because you can change that. If you're a left-handed person, it makes it easier. Then you can make it go clockwise. Standard wheels, normally they go counterclockwise. I've got a bag of very damp clay that I have set aside for this purpose, and I'm going to gather and prep it for throwing. when I'm kneading the clay at first, I want to keep my fingers closed so I don't capture a bunch of clay between and around the back of my hand. This is pretty tacky and wet, which is good. Makes it easier, at least for me, to work with. Part of the reason I knead it by hand at this point is to even it out, but also to get a feel for how consistent clay is. Press it down. I'm going to go full speed on the wheel, get my hands loaded with slip is what we call that.